Hello, welcome to Sky247.net presents Not Just Cricket. I'm going to take this as a personal loss, to be honest, because I think Mumbai was so close yet so far, especially with their young guns firing. And I think, I don't know, I think this is the beauty about T20 because everything changes in the last two overs, but you can't help but feel disheartened. I mean, I'm very happy that the team that won, they've won, but you can't help but take it slightly personally because Mumbai is Mumbai after all, right? So आप दोनों को क्या लगता है कि क्या I mean what has gone wrong? And Azharji, if you can start.
No, I think Mumbai has to, I mean, have to blame themselves for this loss. They had the match in their pockets, especially while batting. I mean, they really bowled very poorly. But I think they had the match in their pockets. But I think it just frittered away from them. Because as I've been always been saying that. Because if you keep losing wickets at regular intervals, I mean, however the run rate would be, like if you have to get even 6 runs or 7 runs, if you start losing wickets, it puts a lot of pressure on the other batsmen who come into bat, and that's what actually happened today. I mean, those two young guys, really played well, but I think little bit of inexperience there. I know, I mean, they've got a good start, but though they have to convert those starts to those winning matches for the team, which I think they will learn very soon. But I mean, kudos to them. I think they really got the team into a winning position. But as I've said, it's not only about hitting fours and sixes all the time. At the same time, you have to get those ones and twos. They always swell the total. But I know it was a very big total to chase, 199. It's a big total to chase. But I think when you have the match in your hand, you just can't let it go away from you.
Yeah. Wasim, you had said that like they were a batsman short, and I think that also showed today. So I don't know. Just say how you
Yeah, I
feel. I'm
mean,
just so
if you can
disappointed.
just
I was
talk. I
really
mean,
going.
they had such a long tail, Karishma, and it did show. Jaydev Unadkat coming at number 7. Imagine if Team David walking in that position, they had game on at that situation. And I feel at some stage, Punjab, I felt they should have got 20 more. I think Mumbai Indians did well to contain them to below 200. But that two runouts, I feel, that cost them the game. Tilak Verma getting run out, he was batting really well, and then Pollard. I mean, Pollard and Surya Kumar Yadav, they were the only ones who could finish that game. Once Pollard got out, I think it was only on Surya Kumar Yadav's shoulder, and one missed it. I mean, he did get chances. He did. I mean, Vaibhav Arora dropped a couple of catches. Had he taken that catch, the match would have not gone that far anyway. But having just six batter and nobody, I mean, somebody as good as Tim David sitting out, not playing, that must have hurt MI. So strange tactics for them.
And this just proves कि आप बार बार एक ही player पर नहीं rely कर सकते हो. It's at the end of the day a team sport, right? But you are very codependent on this one player. Don't you agree, Azharji?
Well,
Especially
definitely, because you can't rely on one player because the T20, the cricket has always been a team game. It's not an individual sport. You have to. I mean, 11 people play, and then you have to.
yeah,
I mean, the team has to play. I mean, at least out of the 11 or 8, 9 players have to play well. Then only you can win a match. But if you have players who are only like two players or three players performing, and it becomes very difficult. I mean, you can't put so much pressure on the players already there. Like senior players, and I know they are supposed to take all the pressure, but at times it gets onto them also. If you see, like as Wasim has said, like they had only six I mean, like when Unadkat was coming at number 6 or number 7,
yeah,
then when Pollard and Suryakumar Yadav were batting, they knew that there is nobody else behind them. Then they could have been like maybe slightly, I mean, not got those run outs. I mean, not got into those positions where you got run out, and then you would have been very careful because when you know that nobody behind them, they could have finished the game. The both of them are very big hitters, but I mean, Surya Kumar Yadav, I mean, he really batted well. We can't blame him. But he tried his
yeah,
best. But at the end of the day, I mean, when you have a good batsman playing, the others have to rally around him, which is
yeah,
not happening in Mumbai side. I mean, although as it is, they have a very weak bowling side, but then now batting. I mean, like they have a very good batting side. I mean, the two young boys, Tilak Verma and Bravis, really batted well. But I think a little bit of inexperience on their side, which also cost Mumbai the match.
absolutely. And
And
let's talk
even
about
an
Arsh.
absolute charisma, if I can add one more thing, those Tilak Verma and Deval Brevis, they're playing their first IPL. They are only under 19 boys. Somebody who are 19 and 20 playing just second or third game in their IPL. You're expecting too much. In top six batting, those are the two guys. So you're asking for too much from them.
Yeah, I think so. Let's talk about Arshdeep Kaur as well, somebody that we were discussing earlier. And let's just see his performance right now. I mean, as we spoke earlier, slightly underrated. Let's take a look at Harshdeep Singh right now. He bowled really well at the death, as we can see over here.
Yeah, I
Definitely,
think I think I think the 17th or 18th over that he bowled, he only gave five
Yeah,
runs in that over. That was very critical. And he's been doing that role, Karishma, for so long. Even if you remember that Gujarat game, in that 17th over, he gave 5 runs in that game also. So he's
yeah.
one of those, unsung heroes of Punjab bowling. There is Rabada, there's Rahul Chahar, who didn't had a great game, but he comes and does his job so, brilliantly. Hats off to him.
And since you were with the Punjab camp, how have you seen him evolve over the years?
I think he's a very confident guy, Karishma. He's somebody who's played a lot of under 19 cricket. He's played a lot of first class cricket. And when you spend 2-3 years in first class cricket, that helps you develop that temperament. And he's one of those guys who's very skillful. Who bowls with the new ball. He can swing the ball. He's very confident about his yorkers. The slow ones, the slow bouncers. So he's got that armory in his bowling where he can rely on when there is dew around, or when he's bowling that 18th over or 19th over, he's got that variations in him and he can go back to those variations. So he's somebody who's very confident about his skill. So it's good to see somebody who's so young doing so well.
But we also have to talk about Brevis and his marvelous sixes. Extremely confident today. It was a great game to watch. But let's talk about him, should we, Azhar sir?
no, I think he's a very, exceptional talent. I think he really batted well. I mean, the way he got those runs in those the 29 runs they scored in that
Wow.
over of Jahar. It was like amazing hitting. But I think, he's only under 19. He's still learning. As Wasim has said, he's playing his second or third game IPL. On a big platform. He's always played under 19 cricket, but both of them, Tilak Verma and Bravis. So I think, he's a exciting prospect. But. I'm sure he'll be very consistent in the years to come. But
Yeah.
I think, as I've said, because you can't, as Wasim has said, you can't ask too much from them, because they've really, got Mumbai into a winning position. But then after that, the batsmen didn't do well except for Surya Kumar Yadav, but others didn't do well.
I mean, I think there's a lot of pressure for I would like to say they're not kids, but they are quite young. So we also have to talk about
Right.
Verma, who's only 1 year older than Brevis Wasim.
Yeah, and he's taken his opportunity with both hands. He's somebody who they've scouted, for a long time. They bid for him in the auction. He went for a very good price, and you can see he's repaying that faith. 36 of 20 with striking at 180. So he's one of the guys who's come up really well this IPL. I feel he's one of the bright spot, and not just for Mumbai, but I feel in the whole IPL, he's one of the emerging players of this IPL. And he's a very good talent. He comes from Azerbaijan state.
Mm.
Very talented cricketer, very good fielder, and I can see him, go up the ladder, in the coming years. So, but he has to run really well. He's twice in 2 games he's got run out. So that is something he has to improve. But he's a very talented boy.
Yeah, Azhar, what impresses you about his performance and his game, please?
Tilakona is a very free player, because he doesn't wait for things to happen, so he makes things happen. So as a batsman, you have to make things happen. You can't wait for things to happen. By the time things happen, it's too late. I think he's got amazing talent. He's a very strong boy. If he looks he's very lean, but he's very strong. I've seen him bat in the nets in Hyderabad, and he's very strong boy. When he hits the ball, it stays it. So I think he's got that ability to pierce the field. He's got the ability to clear the field as well. So it's just that like he will learn. With experience, I
Yeah.
mean, he was playing against, I mean, all the best bowlers in the world, and then you are having Tendulkar also as a mentor. I'm sure, I mean, he should learn from him, because if he can have a word with him, go and talk to him, he can learn a lot from all those players, who are sitting as mentors, definitely he will learn a lot.
Yeah.
If I
Another
if I
man.
can add, Karishma,
Go on.
the people who were sitting on that auction table, they haven't done many things right, but one thing they have done right is Tilak Verma. That's the only thing they have done right, I would say.
And
And
Travis also.
Brevis, perhaps. I love
And
this. I
Bravis,
love
yeah,
this.
and Bravis also, yes. I haven't think they've done many things right in this auction.
Yeah, yeah. I'd actually like to sit on an auction table with you as well and pick your mind. But let's talk about somebody else who was amazing today, which was Mayank. It certainly proved, his worth today to both of you. उन्होंने बहुत ही अच्छा performance किया है. तो अजहर जी, आपको क्या लगता है? Let's talk about Mayank, please.
देखिए, मैं समझता हूँ इससे भी अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस कर सकते हैं। अगर आप वो देखेंगे तो 9th ओवर में आउट हुए तो मेरे ख्याल में शायद 93 या 96 या 97 रन से जब उन्होंने आउट हुए, 52 पे आउट हुए, तो वहां पे उसके बाद में देखिए आप स्कोर बहुत कम हुआ। मैं समझता हूँ, जहां तक कि मैं समझता हूँ 199 की बजाय अब आपको मेरे ख्याल में 215 के तक आराम से जा सकते थे, क्योंकि उन्होंने यहाँ पे विकेट फेंक दी मेरे हिसाब से, क्योंकि 52 रन आप मार रहे हैं, 9 ओवर्स में 52 है, उसके बाद में आपको और 11 ओवर खेलना है, 11 ओवर बाकी है और आप सेट बैट्समैन है। अगर वहां पे, अगर आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड, अगर वो 15 या 16 ओवर में आउट, 16 ओवर में आउट होते तो मैं अंडरस्टैंड कर सकता, बट 9 ओवर में, 9th ओवर में, व्हेन यू आर बैटिंग so well, when you are already 52 batting, and I mean all the bowlers are struggling to bowl at him, but then you just threw away the wicket. That's not actually correct. And I mean, no doubt he batted really well, but I think as a batsman, I mean, as a player who has also played the game, I feel that, when you at that level, you have to carry on playing. You have to carry on, because you have to make your performance count all the time.
But to counteract that, Wasim, that's probably Punjab's strategy, right?
या आई थिंक सो, आई थिंक मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि उन्होंने बहुत बढ़िया स्टार्ट किया था, इसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है। इससे पहले थोड़ा सा बहुत ज्यादा अटैकिंग खेल रहे थे करिश्मा, बट आई थिंक आज उन्होंने अपने पेस पे बैटिंग किया। बट एब्सोल्युटली राइट कि 9th ओवर में वो आउट हुए। जब 10 ओवर के बाद में 99 स्कोर था, तो जब आप 10 ओवर में 99 हो तो यू एक्सपेक्ट कि आपके अगले 10 ओवर में आप 120 130 रन बनाओगे, जो चेन्नई ने कल किया था। चेन्नई ने कल लास्ट 10 ओवर्स में 156 रन बनाए। So Punjab will be unhappy that they only posted 198. They would have wanted 210, 20.
Yeah.
But I think, somebody who's batting so well, he needed to go on and get 80 or 90 or maybe even 100. He had the time in the hand. He just needed the shot selection to be better. I think he just gifted away his wicket when he was batting so well. जब आप रन बना रहे होते हैं, you need to cash in then, because कभी ऐसे होता है कि आपको स्टार्ट नहीं मिलता है, आप अच्छे बॉल पे आउट हो जाते हो, but when you've got the start, you've got to make it count at that time.
Yeah, another question on a broader scale about Dhawan. Have the Indian selectors overlooked him in recent times in the T20s? I mean, if you look at his stats, I mean, they're absolutely interesting. So, Azharuddin, aapko kya lagta hai? Was he overlooked? And let's take a look at the stats.
No, I think he's not overlooked, because I don't know what are I mean, they have some different scheme of things with the Indian team, they keep changing players, they give chance to, I mean, they give rest and all those things, but I don't know really what happened, because, I mean, I mean, today, the way he batted, outstanding batting, the 1-6 he
Yeah.
hit, it's like a sweep shot. I think it was a tremendous batting. I mean, we have not spoken much about him. I think he's a very free flowing batsman. I think he proved today that he's still got in him the game to still go on to represent India once again. They really played well. But I think, but having said that, also if you look at the Punjab bowling also, I mean they also should, I mean, learn from what happened today. Because a very close call. I don't think they really bowled very well. If you look at it, when they could have easily lost the game, but somehow they, I mean, managed to win. But I think they also slightly exposed about their bowling as well.
Wasim, the same question to you. Let's not look at just these, but the overall stats. Why is he not, where he should be according to you as well?
I think, Karishma, because a lot of other young players have come into the scene. KL Rahul has been a fantastic cricketer. If you look at his stats, somebody who's averaging 52, striking at nearly 135. Shubman Gill, he's coming up the ladder. Somebody who's as good as Prithvi Shaw. He's not in the scene as well. So I think Shikhar Dhawan, there's somebody I feel only fits into the one-day format. They kind of overlooking him in the T20 format, but I think he's still good enough. He's somebody who's got consistent runs in the IPL. Even last season, he got close to 500 runs. Even year before that, he's always been in the run for that orange cap. So he's very consistent performer. Just because India has got so much talent in the batting, it's just that when you have 2-3 bad innings, somebody else comes over and takes your spot. So it's one of those unfortunate things. I mean, if you look at the talent now, you've got Shreyas Iyer, Surya Kumar Yadav. There's so many talented players. Tilak Verma will come into the picture. You've got Venkatesh Iyer. There's so many places, and it's only 5 or 6 plays. I mean, you've got Virat Kohli, you've got Rohit Sharma, you've got KL Rahul. There's so many players, and you've got only 6 spots to fill. So it's sometimes player feel that he's unlucky to miss out on those chances.
अच्छा चलो देखते कि सोशल दुनिया में लोग क्या बोल रहे हैं. Let's take a look at the social tracker powered by sky247.net. Let's take a look at the first tweet. Rohit Sharma in the last 13 innings in the IPL. Many starts, but not a big one, unfortunately. That's the first tweet. And do we have another tweet? To the man, baby, AB. Devil Brevis is putting up a batting show against PBKS. A no-look 6 here. And the next one is Dil Har Gaya Aapne DB. He definitely won many hearts today. Okay, let's take a look at the numbers tracker and see where our teams are on the points table, shall we? Okay, ये रहा हमारा points table, and जैसे आप देख सकते हो, these are where Mumbai, unfortunately, still in the basement, and Punjab is certainly strengthening their pace.
Yeah.
So, Wasim, is certainly very congested on the top.
It's going to be congested. I mean, the most teams, करिश्मा, सारी टीमें बिल्कुल एक जैसी हैं. कोई भी अपने किसी भी टीम को कोई भी किसी दिन हरा सकता है. द टूर्नामेंट का जो अभी पैटर्न चल रहा है, यू कांट से कि ये टीम बहुत अच्छी है और ये टीम बिल्कुल ही वीक है. ऑब्वियसली चेन्नई और मुंबई को जैसी स्टार्ट चाहिए थी वैसी नहीं है. दे डेफिनेटली लुक द बिलो पार टीम. बट चेन्नई जैसे कल खेला है, देयर फैंस विल बी होपिंग कि दे विल विन few in a row and come into that picture. But Mumbai looks very difficult for Mumbai. But Punjab is definitely playing a very good brand of cricket. So is Rajasthan Royals. So is the other teams. But looking very tough for Mumbai, Karishma, unfortunately.
Well, perfect. Well, we have 2 teams who are also both on 6 points, Rajasthan versus my team, Gujarat. So, Kal, it's going to be a very interesting game. I know both of you are supporting Gujarat. It's fine. It's okay. We want to win. I agree. Azhar ji, आपको क्या लगता है कल का मैच कैसा होगा?
No, I think tomorrow's game will be a very exciting game because both the teams, दोनों भी टीम बहुत अच्छी है और एकदम टक्कर का मैच होगा और टक्कर के प्लेयर्स और बहुत एकदम आउटस्टैंडिंग प्लेयर्स है दोनों टीमों में. क्योंकि राजस्थान की भी टीम बहुत अच्छी है क्योंकि उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा मुजाहरा किया उतने जितने भी जो मैचेस खेले हैं. उसके साथ साथ गुजरात की टीम भी जैसा ने आपने कहा कि आपकी टीम है वो भी बहुत अच्छी है. तो मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि ये गेम अच्छा होगा. बट मैं जहाँ तक के मैं सोचता हूँ रिजल्ट में 50-50 होगा. इतना आसान नहीं होगा दोनों टीम को जीतना.
50-50, बिल्कुल डिप्लोमेटिक. और वसीम, आपको क्या लगता है?
एब्सोल्युटली, मुझे लगता है दोनों ही टीम बहुत अच्छी है. एक तरफ आपको पता है कि राजस्थान की बॉलिंग बहुत अच्छी है, करिश्मा. उनकी बैटिंग बहुत ओवर डिपेंडेंट है ऑन जॉस बटलर एंड संजू सैमसन. और सिमरन हेटमायर, आई फील वन ऑफ द वेरी गुड प्लेयर्स. मुझे लगता है कि बहुत अंडररेटेड फिनिशर है. तो इन लोगों के ऊपर आई फील राजस्थान की बैटिंग है. वेर इज अगर आप गुजरात की टीम देखें तो देव गॉट सम पावरफुल प्लेयर्स. राशिद खान, लॉकी फर्ग्यूसन, मोहम्मद शामी, हार्दिक पांड्या इज कमिंग गुड, शुभमन गिल. तो मुझे लगता है टक्कर का मुकाबला होगा. और 50-50 की बात करें तो वी नेवर नो, शायद सुपर ओवर भी हमको देखने मिले. तो लेट्स होप फॉर द बेस्ट.
We never know. Thank you so much. This is the game for tomorrow, Rajasthan versus Gujarat. Kal hum 6:30 baje aayenge at the broadcast, so we hope to join all of you only on sky247.net. It's not just cricket. So kal please humko join karna 6:30 baje. Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you for all our lovely viewers. And we love to hear your opinions, so please keep them tweeting and Instagramming. Thank you, guys, and God bless.
Bye.
Thank you, and good night.
Okay. Okay, Wasim, Khuda Hafiz.